Welcome to Dave's Cooking Show, and for you today we have a super easy rigatoni bake. And that's a good thing because I don't know what happened with like half the footage I shot for this, but when I went to download it from the camera, it was gone. It was nowhere to be found. But this is so simple that I'm pretty sure I have enough footage where I can talk you through it. Alright, so as you can see here, I have a couple tablespoons of butter that I am melting up. Off camera, I fried up about a pound of Italian sausage. So before you start making the sauce, make sure you cook 1 pound of Italian sausage. Now that the butter is almost melted, it's time to start adding a few other ingredients. Now you want to add 1 medium onion that you've diced up, or I suppose a cup of diced up onions if I had to measure it out, maybe a cup and a half. Because again, medium onion is a bit subjective. Then you want to give this about a minute to kind of cook up and become a little bit translucent. And then you want to add a tablespoon of minced garlic or 3 cloves. And then you want to give this another minute or two. We'll add some more things in. Like I said, this is a really simple, easy recipe to follow. And then you want to add 4 15-ounce cans of tomato sauce, or 2 28-ounce cans. Then you want to give that a quick stir. And then, of course, you want to add salt and freshly ground black pepper. And then you want to add a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. And then you want to give this a stir around. And then kind of give it, a minute or two. Let the flavors kind of combine. This is optional, but I decided to add about 3 teaspoons of basil. It's optional. I just like the flavor it gives. And now you want to add 1 pound of Italian sausage and 1 pound of ground beef. Again, I apologize. Again, I shoot these, and then days later, I will go to the editing. And like I said, a lot of footage for this one was lost. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on with my camera, if it's an isolated thing or I got to get a new one. But like I said, this is pretty simple, so you should be able to follow. So instead of... And if you don't like your pasta sauce so meaty, you could certainly just do 1 pound of one or the other, but I like a lot of meat in my sauce. Anyway, then you just want to simmer this for 20 minutes. At some point, cook 1 pound of rotini pasta. The only trick with that is take 1 minute off of the minimum amount of cooking time for a nice, perfect al dente pasta. And because this is going to be a bake, you might want to take off an extra, maybe even 2 minutes off of that. Then, we're going to add the sauce, the pasta together, mix it around, pour it into a baking dish, cover with mozzarella cheese, and bake at 425 for roughly about 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, until the cheese is all nice and melty and ooey gooey and wonderful and everything's happy together. All right, let's zip to the end. And through the magic of cooking show editing, it is done. And that is a rigatoni pasta bake. Super easy, a great first thing to cook if you've never cooked anything before in your life. Very forgiving, but it is done.